So I did mention that I started off kind of doing more card magic. From card magic, I moved on to mentalism. So I thought I would start off with kind of where I started, which was indeed with cards. And what I have over here is a box of cards. Now, you're probably wondering what this black box around it is. Essentially, this black box around it is what is known as a card box holder. Because when you're a magician like me, and you're literally doing hundreds and hundreds of shows, your cards tend to get a bit destroyed. So you can see kind of the edges of the kind of box gets a bit frayed, a bit broken. And here we have our cards, which I will be doing a few things with this deck of cards in a second. But I thought I'd start off with my first card trick, my favorite card trick. It involves a deck of cards and the card box holder. All I need to do is take it just like this, slide it inside of the card box holder, and hopefully with a little bit of magic and a shake and a snap, the box of cards can totally disappear.
Whoa!
Like now, oh, thank you. Please don't, please don't stop. Do appreciate it though. But of course, that was just kind of a little bit of a warm up for me with the cards, or with the whole deck of cards. But now, of course, with any magic trick, you actually want to use, I'll actually get back to these cubes later. I'll leave them on the side over here. With a deck of cards, indeed, what we will be using are the actual cards inside of them, inside of the box itself, just like that. By the way, that over there is what is called a Russian shuffle, all right? And the reason why that's called a Russian shuffle is because the cards go Russian from one hand to the other, all right? I should probably fire my scriptwriter. I should fire my scriptwriter, but then my dad won't have a job, so what can you do? All right, so take a look. In a deck of cards, there are 52 cards, all right? These 52 cards are all completely different. You can trust me. I'm a magician, all right? So take a look. Don't stress, that's just a joke as well. I will now be trying something with these cards because, of course, a magician uses his hands or her hands quite well, right? That's what magicians tend to do, right? Yeah. And, of course, if you were playing a card game with a magician, you would know that a magician can probably do something tricky with the cards in order to find cards to win a game or whatever game you're playing, right? So do you guys play card games?
Yeah.
Kind of,
like
yes.
Crazy Eights.
Crazy Eights and all that type of stuff.
Shitheads
You know,
and
if you're
things like
playing
that.
for money, people tend to play for play poker or blackjack. So if you gave me a deck of cards and I wanted to try and win a game of like poker, what card would I want to first find from the deck? Like, what would you say is a good card in the deck if I wanted to win a game of poker, right? I think the poker players probably
Kelz,
saying
you
exactly
tell
what
him. You take this one. Is it an ace? I don't know. Is that good? I'm gonna play
ace. You said ace.
This is just
ace
a game.
Of course, an ace.
Ace of spades?
An ace will be great. So, in fact, if we can find, you said ace of spades. If we went ahead and found the ace of spades, that's obviously a good card to start with, right? Now, as you probably know, all right, there are actually 4 aces in a deck, right? So we'll take our ace of spades, place it in this glass over here for now. There are 2 black aces and 2 red aces. For those of you who do not know about a deck of cards, you might be aware that there's the other black ace would be, what would it be? Do you know?
spade.
Yeah.
I know. That's what we got. Clubs.
Clubs, of course. So with a couple of cuts, hopefully we can try and find our ace of clubs, which, of course, if I found the ace of clubs, it will actually give us a pair, a pair of aces. Now, these are two black aces over here, which we will place in the glass. Now, of course, that gives us 2 black aces. However, what I want to try and do is from the deck, I'm actually going to stand up a little bit over here, if that's okay. From the deck, I'm going to try and find the 2 red aces, which, as you might know, the 2 red aces are the ace of hearts and diamonds, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So what I'm going to do is try and find our ace of hearts and ace of diamonds from the deck very quickly. Don't blink, otherwise you're going to miss it, okay? I'm going to go ahead, do it just like this, and hopefully catch 2 cards just like that, all right? In my hand right now. Would you be impressed if I just found the 2 red aces like this?
I would be incredibly impressed.
Definitely.
Yes.
Actually, so would I at this point. But if you would be impressed that I found the 2 red aces like this, I think you'd be even more impressed that actually I just found the 2 black aces once again. Because actually the 2 red aces are actually sitting in the glass over here.
What the hell?
Giving us all 4 aces like that. Thank you very much. I do appreciate it. I do appreciate
That's
it.
amazing.
Thank you very much. No, thank you very much. So that's kind of the type of card magic. I hope you got to see that all very clearly. That's actually one of my absolute favorite card tricks to do in the world. But what I tend to do as well is a thing called mentalism, right? In fact, actually, I'll leave this glass over here for now, and actually I'll place something in it that we will get back to later, all right, or just now rather. I will place it just like this. Fantastic. So have you guys heard of mentalism before? The term mentalism?
Yes, sir.
You have. Right. For those of you who may not know what mentalism is, essentially it is magic of the mind. So trying to create the illusion of maybe getting inside your head a little bit, right? That's basically what it is. And I want to try some of that in a minute or two. But in order to do it, I have to kind of warm up my mind, if that makes sense. All right. I don't know if it does make sense, but it makes sense kind of to me. I have a grid over here. And this is kind of something that I do with numbers. I am actually a big fan of numbers. I don't know how many people out there enjoy numbers. I know some people, numbers are either a love-hate type of thing, I think. You know, like some people absolutely love numbers and love using numbers. Some people really hate it, right? So do either of you guys like numbers and like, you know, maths and working and playing with numbers and things?
Aside from
I like numbers when it comes to counting money.
you like it when you're counting money. That's brilliant. That's brilliant. Okay, I'll tell you what then, Kelz, you said you like numbers when you're counting money. We can pretend this is money, all right? But essentially we're going to do something with numbers here, and if you have a calculator, you can check at home or anything like this. Now, there's a game called Sudoku or Sudoku. I don't actually know how to pronounce it exactly, but you all know the game Sudoku. It's in the newspaper quite regularly. What I'm going to try, which is my warm-up for my mind, is going to be kind of an experimental a little bit of an experimental warm-up that kind of goes along the lines of Sudoku as a game, all right? So, Kelz, what we want over here is I want a two-digit number, all right? Now, this two-digit number is one that we're going to use. And, of course, just for the record, before you give it, I just want everyone watching to know that there's been no setting up, prearranging, or anything like that with any of the presenters. There's been no collusion before this virtual magic act, basically. Yeah. Just to verify that. But Kelz, can you just give me a two-digit number?
Yes, I was born on the 13th, so I will give you 13.
13? Okay, that's quite low. I would like to try it with a bit of a higher number. So okay. Do you want to Nick, do you also want to give me a two-digit number? We'll add them together.
Let's go with 82.
82. Okay. So here we go. We're going to do 13 plus 82, which is two completely random two-digit numbers added together, right? Well, we're going to add them together, which will be 95, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I hope, yeah, sure.
95?
At best.
Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Don't just trust me, all right? Yeah, it is 95. Now, I'm going to try and do this as quick as I can over here on this board. I hope can you see this the right way, or is it mirrored? You can see it the right way, right?
No,
we can see it. We can see it.
Yeah. You can see it comfortably. Okay, perfect. That's the main thing there. Okay, I'm going to try and do this now. Please excuse me and excuse my handwriting. My handwriting is actually atrocious. But as they always say, you know, nobody's perfect. I'm actually trying to... All right, there we go. I try to do that as quick as possible, writing in all the numbers over here. Now, like I said, it's a little bit of a warm-up. Now, if I did it with 13, it would have just been a little bit too low. So I wanted to try and impress you folks here today. And as you can see on our board over here, you can see the board hopefully quite comfortably. If we add up, going along indeed over here, we have 2 plus 74 is 76, plus 12 is 88, plus 7 is 95, which is your randomly created two-digit number, right? Over here, we have 11 plus 8 is 19, plus 1 is 20, plus 75 is 95, which again is your randomly chosen number. Over here, we have 5 plus 10, 15, 15 plus 76 is 91, 91 plus 4 is 95, just like that. Over here, we have 77 plus 3 is 80, 80 plus 6 is 86, 86 plus 9 is 95, right? Now,
95.
That's not that impressive because, I know, you know, but I just kind of broke down the numbers going along that way. I could have arbitrarily done it with any number going, like with random numbers, adding it up. It becomes a little bit more impressive when you can actually go down the grid as well, like this. If you want to take a look, you can see 2 plus 11 is 13, plus 5, 18, 18 plus 77 is indeed 95, your randomly chosen number. Over here, we have 3 plus 10 is 13, plus 8 is 21, 21 plus 74 is 95, your randomly chosen number. Over here, we have 12 plus 1 is 13, 13 plus 76 is 89, 89 plus 6 is 95, your randomly chosen number. Over here, we have 7 plus 75, which is 82, 82 plus 4 is 86, 86 plus 9 is 95, just like this. And I didn't stop there either, because also what indeed you can do, I'll just move these cubes out the way over here. So what you can also actually do is you can actually take the 4 corner numbers of the entire grid, just like that. So you can take 77 plus 2 is 79, 79 plus 9 is, of course, 88, 88 plus 7 is 95, just like that. And that isn't the final piece. The final piece is basically also you can go diagonally as well, just like that. So we have 2 plus 8 is 10, 10 plus 76 is 86, 86 plus 9 is 95. Just like this over here, we have 7 plus 1 is 8, 8 plus 10, 18, 18 plus 77 is 95. And that's a lot of ways of making your number 95. So thank you very much for that. That was my warm-up.
Nice.
Do you want to go Harvey's on a lottery ticket on Saturday?
Trust me, if I could genuinely predict the lottery, I would definitely be driving around in a Lamborghini right now, to be honest. But hopefully one day I can figure out the greatest trick in the world. Yeah, but so that kind of is a thing that I really do enjoy. I really do enjoy numbers and working with numbers and those types of things, as you probably have just seen right now. And I hope that did come out all right on the camera over there. But I do have a little piece of paper over here, and I have these cards. All right, now these cards are actually not playing cards. We will get back to the playing cards, and I'll show you something else with our normal playing cards later. These cards are actually I'll actually come close to the camera over here. You can see, can you read that over there? These are names of cities. Can you read that fine? Like Chicago.
Yeah.
Can you see that, like at the top of there? Can you see that's the name of a city?
Belfast.
Belfast. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Just making sure you can read them. Basically, Venice. Genuinely, all these are completely different. Rio de Janeiro. These are basically cards where it has the name of a city and it has different information. Pali. That's correct. Over here with Los Angeles, as you can see, these are like genuinely you can go buy this at like a shop. These are actual just fun fact cards about different cities in the world, all right? And I thought I would actually try something with one of these cities. Now, sometimes I ask, people, can you imagine going, somewhere in their minds? But that's a very subjective thing. So I want this to be kind of completely randomized. I think, Nick, are you happy to help?
Sure.
Cool. Okay, great. What's going to happen is I'm essentially just going to go counting down, all right? So with the cards. So it's very difficult to let you randomly select, one of the cards from kind of, usually I would say take a card, but I thought, we had to kind of switch it up a little bit over here because we are doing this all virtually. So I just want you to call out a number between 1 and 20, and that number is the amount of cards I will count down, basically. and I'll count them onto the table. So whatever you say, that's how many cards we're going to count down, all right?
Yes. 17.
Cool. 17. That's actually one of my lucky numbers, right? So here we go. I'm just going to count down. I don't know if you can see on the table, but I'm going to go one by one, and I'll even show you that they genuinely are obviously all different as we go. But 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. That's 16, right? I think, yeah. You said 17, right?
Yes, sir.
You said 17. Okay, cool. Fantastic. All right. So this 17th card over here, all right? I'm going to place the rest of the pack down. The 17th card, you can go ahead and tell me what city. I don't know why I was actually looking away over there, but what is your city over there?
Dubai.
Can you see it? Dubai. Have you ever been there? Dubai.
I have.
It is Dubai. Indeed. Have you been there?
Well, I mean, via transit.
Via transit, okay. I psychically knew that you've been to Dubai, though. You know, it's psychic. You know, I don't know. But no, obviously, it could have been any of these. So you said 17 and you landed on Dubai. But, of course, you could have landed on, I'll show you that genuinely, if you were here, you can check that these are completely different. Los Angeles, Hong Kong, you know, you name it, Budapest. You see all these. If you said 7, you would have been on this, pretty much around this card here, which is Bruges. But you landed on Dubai, which is quite a big, famous city. But it was a free and fair choice. That's saying 17, right?
Yes,
I think. Yeah, indeed. And of course, Dubai was your selection, and we have a little bit of a prediction over here in the glass. Once again, our magic glass. Hopefully, we can see that we indeed have Dubai.
Whoa!
Dubai is the city of choice for today, which is great. Honestly, I wish I knew. Very well, thank you. No, I'm just kidding around. But take a look. So that's actually, sorry, it's been quite interesting. I'm going to go off on a little bit of a tangent here right now. It's been quite interesting, kind of being on lockdown. I am, believe it or not, a professional magician, performer, entertainer. So you can imagine my parents are extremely proud of me. But no, like I am a full-time performer. So kind of it's very different and quite an interesting challenge to be able to kind of continue performing while in this age of COVID. But you may or may not have seen the video of the Britain's Got Talent thing that I was a part of. I don't know if you guys saw that, but it's a thing. And that luckily came out. That was kind of, you have not? Okay, I'll send you the link. Don't stress. But basically, that was kind of something that came up during this time of lockdown, and it was quite a great part of the lockdown. Now, what I actually do in that video is, and this is for people who haven't seen it, I do it with a partner of mine. I do shows with a guy named Lee Lau. He's an escape artist. And essentially, the act we did on Britain's Got Talent is he's locked and chained in a chair in front of a crossbow. And the crossbow's on a timer. In order to save him time, I have to solve Rubik's Cubes, all right? And put the cubes on the timer to basically give him more time. Eventually, the crossbow fires anyway, all right? So that's kind of just what we do. So the thing that I've kind of been known for a little bit more now is doing these Rubik's Cube types of things, all right? So I have a few Rubik's Cubes over here. And what I'm going to try and do is, first of all, find out, we'll probably only use 2 today. I don't think I'm going to do all 3. I think I'm going to try and do 2, if that's okay. But have any of you solved a Rubik's Cube before? Kelz, I'm sure you've solved one of these before.
And I've never... I think
No.
there's a reason Kelz and I are entertainers.
No, look, trust me, it's a very... it's a very difficult thing actually to do. Like, you actually just have to kind of, like, you really have to kind of just waste some time learning how to solve it and things. But it is something I'll actually mix this up more. Now, genuinely, you know, people might be thinking that I'm mixing this in a certain way or anything, but genuinely, I do this all the time. You can go check out the YouTube video of the Britain's Got Talent thing, and indeed, we do it where, or I do it where it is genuinely mixed up. All right, Ant and Dec mixed up the cubes in the Britain's Got Talent situation. Today, I'm just mixing it up myself, but I'm going to try and not only do it. Now, please forgive me if this doesn't go exactly according to plan, but I'm actually going to try and do it blindfolded. All right, so I do have a blindfold here, usually for recreational use, but today I thought we'll do it, and this is basically a thick hood. You can actually go ahead, if you put your head in there, trust me, you will not be able to see anything. Usually I have an audience member come up at this stage and kind of put it on their head and see if, you know, they can see, and genuinely you cannot. So I'm going to try this blindfolded. Sometimes it works, sometimes it does not. And as well, not only am I going to do it blindfolded, but also I am going to kind of speak through, hopefully you can still hear me on the audio, but I'm going to kind of talk through kind of what I'm doing while I'm doing it. So first things first, I just need to look at the cube. Because you'll know that this 3D puzzle, if you mess up one side, essentially, yeah, it becomes a bit of a nightmare. Because, of course, it's a 3D. You have to solve everything basically at once, all right? Cool. Actually, I mix this up actually quite a lot, believe it or not. So I'm going to try and do it. If I do need any help by asking what color, like, each piece might be, I might ask you for some help, but that's okay. All right, here we go.
We got you.
Hood is going on. So I don't know if can you still hear me?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, great. Now I know it's probably quite an interesting image, but essentially the thing is how to solve a Rubik's Cube is you actually want to start off, what most people start off trying to do is solving one side, right? So solving one layer, right? In fact, I'm going to try and do this and talk to you at the same time. But to solve one layer, you kind of actually want to start off with a bit of an X. Okay, now I'm starting off with the white side over here, and I'm going to try and maneuver my way around to getting an X. I don't know if you can see on the camera or not, but basically there should be an X there now. Now, even if I can just get one side blindfolded, that will pretty much be a win in my book, because, of course, it is quite a difficult thing, because right now I'm busy remembering where each piece of the cube was kind of left. And sometimes, so I should have the entire white side solved, correct?
Yes, Queen. Okay,
fantastic. Now what's going to happen next is we go on to the middle layer. The middle layer, it becomes a little bit more difficult and it takes a little bit longer. So I'm going to try and do this as quick as possible, though, because, of course, you know, I don't want to, yeah. If I do mess up at any point, though, I will just kind of say, let's stop and go from there. Because what a lot of people make the mistake of is they try and solve another side. I should have the middle layer completed, hopefully. And now when it gets to the top section, that's where it becomes extremely, extremely kind of difficult to solve. Because once you make one mess up here, it all kind of goes pear-shaped. But hopefully I'm almost done. Hopefully I'm almost done. And hopefully, I hope that we've just solved the Rubik's Cube like that. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Now,
witchcraft.
Now, of course,
witchcraft.
That took that did take a while, of course, because and of course, well, I'll show you now. It's quite difficult, but I will try to use one of these other cubes over here. Because, of course, being blindfolded, solving a cube, it takes forever, right? But if we take another cube over here and just put it in our bag, basically like this. Now, genuinely, that cube is there. You can hear it. Now, I solved a cube genuinely blindfolded over there. What I'm going to try and do right now is just like that. Hopefully, we can go ahead and find this cube. And hopefully it's being solved by magic this time. So there's different ways of being able to solve a Rubik's Cube. I prefer the good old way, which the good old way of solving a Rubik's Cube is basically having your friend tied up with a crossbow in front of him, and you have to solve a cube. That's how the best way to learn how to solve a Rubik's Cube very quickly, just for the record, all right? Now, I want to try another card trick if that's cool. And then we'll kind of end off with a bit of mentalism, if that's all okay with you guys. I hope you guys have been enjoying this so far. I really hope you have, because it is, like I said, it's quite a struggle for a magician, a stage performer, to bring the craft to like a visual thing or like a virtual thing like this. But yeah, I'm doing my best. All right. So there's two of you guys there. Now, again, it's difficult for me to say pick a card because, of course, you can't reach through the screen and grab a card. And if you could do that, then you are the best magician I've ever met, to be honest with you. But unfortunately, it's impossible for us to actually do that type of thing, right? So what I want is each of you to basically just think of a card in the deck, right? In fact, you will say it out loud because I'm going to go and find the cards and take them out, basically. But it just shows that it's a free choice of card and that, you know, there's no funny business or anything like that. So, Kelz, ladies first, do you have a card? You can name any card you like. If you see a card here, you can tell me one card you see, or you could just name a card at random.
Queen of Hearts.
Queen of Hearts. Fantastic. I'm actually going to go ahead and find the Queen of Hearts because that will be your card, which I should have known would be your card, to be honest. The Queen of Hearts over there. We'll just pop that in there for now. And Nick, do you want to also go ahead? Just give me another card. Obviously not the Queen of Hearts. Any card you like. It can be anything. Sorry?
3 of diamonds.
3 of diamonds. Sorry, I didn't hear you there.
3 of diamonds.
I'll go ahead and... Yeah, I heard you that time. Perfect. And in fact, we have the 3 of diamonds over here. All right. Now, we started with the Queen of Hearts. So I just want to show you a little bit of the techniques and skills used by magicians across the board. Now, what's interesting with a deck of cards is, believe it or not, this is called a table shuffle over here. All right. That's a table shuffle. They say that if you do a table shuffle 13 times in a row, that order of deck of cards, the order, has never existed before. All right, it's quite interesting and quite fascinating. And of course, if you take a card like the Queen of Hearts, and obviously just remember your card. Now, the reason why I asked you just to select arbitrary cards is because I just want you to know your own card. Usually people take it out the deck, of course. Okay, here we go. I'm going to go ahead. We're going to do a couple of riffles. They do say you have to do 13 of those in a row, but I'm not going to do 13 right now. I'll just do 2 to lose your card in the pack over there. And then indeed, we will also be losing Nick's 3 of diamonds. I don't know if you can see in the light over there. Fantastic. All right, so we're going to pop Nick's 3 of diamonds as well. You obviously both will remember your cards from the deck.
Yes.
Doing our different types of shuffles. Okay, here we go. Now, this is a little bit, because of course we did some things with aces earlier, and we kind of knew that we were going to find the aces, but at this point right now, there's no way I know what card, or I know your card, but there's no way that I could actually just randomly pluck, for example, the Queen of Hearts out of the deck like this. If you were here, I would actually let you shuffle as well. But anyway, so here we go. Let's try this with a little bit of magic. So, Kelz, we're going to try your card first. You have to tell me, please, Kelz, what is the magic word, Kelz?
Please?
Sorry?
No idea.
The magic word.
Is it please? Thank you.
Please.
Is it manners?
No,
Oh,
I like
please.
that. I like that. We could go with. We could definitely go with please as the magic word, and hopefully, like that, we can actually go ahead and find your Queen of Hearts. Because you said please. Because you said please, we found your Queen of Hearts. Of course. Now again, that's kind of like a little bit of a warm up, really, because the real magic kind of happens when I actually want to find Nick's card over here. Which, Nick, is that your card?
No, sir.
No. Okay.
No,
because
sir.
Your card was a red card, of course. We know it was a 3 of diamonds. What I'm going to do is I'm going to shake the deck like this, snap like that, go through the deck like this right now. You can see all the cards going by, but there's one and only one. Hope you can see that in the light. One face down card in the deck, right? And your card was a 3 of diamonds, right?
Yes, sir.
But indeed, inside the deck right now, we actually have the Queen of Hearts once again. Because the 3 of diamonds is actually sitting in our glass over here. Like absolute magic. Thank you very much. Just by the way, that was my first very favorite card trick. No, the magic word can be please any day of the week. It's either or. All right, so guys, I wanted to end it off with something that involves you guys more interactively, if that's cool. I have a little piece of paper over here, or a little notepad thing, and I also have a little pencil. I'm going to write something. I'll write something. I don't want you seeing my hand actions and things, so I'll just kind of write it down here. But before I do write it, I just want to know, do you have, I think, Nick, do you have like a note on you, like any type of monetary note? Just let me know if you do. And if not, then Kelz, do you have a note? Anyone? If you don't, it's fine.
I can get.
You can get one nearby.
I can get one in 30 seconds.
Yeah, perfect, fantastic. So this is something, again, this is why he has to go fetch the notes, because we did not set up or prearrange this. So it kind of all just kind of happens as it goes. And that's the nature of magic in general. When you are performing as a magician, you do tend to actually, you have to kind of just go with things and think on your feet, and things just happen on the fly and that type of thing. So it is a beautiful art form, and it is an art form. And if anyone watching is very interested in learning a bit of magic, if it's basic magic or just a couple of tricks here and there, feel free to find me on Facebook, Instagram, Brendon Peel Magic. I'm more than happy to try and teach you guys whatever you would like to learn. All right.
I got one.
So, Nick, are you back there? Okay, fantastic. Don't even tell me the denomination or anything, but just get it there for now. And I'm going to write something over here quickly. Oh, sorry, I don't want actually to see what I'm writing. But it is on the other side. It's on the other side of this little flip chart thing, little notepad. Words are sometimes sketchy. So on the other side of the notepad, I did actually write something, all right? Now, I want you to look, Nick, over there. You take your notes, and this is your note. I didn't send you this note, anything like that, right?
100% not, yeah.
So there's a serial code. There should be a serial code on that note, unless it's like a fake or something, but I'm sure you don't have fake notes. But no, there should be a serial code. Okay. I just want you to read out the last 3 digits of the serial code. There should be letters and numbers, but just look at the last 3 numbers.
Yes.
And you can call them out. I don't know.
I give that to you.
Okay, cool.
What is your 7?
Yeah.
775.
Yeah. So 775, and in all honesty, there's no possible way I could have known that, right?
No.
No, because that's your. And what? Out of curiosity, what note was it? What like denomination?
It's a 10 Rand note.
10 Rand note. Okay, it's a 10 Rand note. Fantastic. Now, of course, I've been keeping this in frame the entire time, but you said the last three numbers were. Just to clarify.
775.
775, and underneath the table over here, I scribbled down something on my notepad, and what I scribbled down was indeed three numbers, and those three numbers were indeed.
Whoa!
775.
775.
Fantastic. Yeah, I don't know if you can see that in the light over there, but you can see that fine? There we go.
I did. There we go. 775. Yes. Wow.
Fantastic. Thank you very much.
Now,
and that is kind of what I do, ladies and gentlemen. So thank you very much for that. I hope you really did enjoy it. And yeah, thank you for your time.